I think I low key grew up in a sundown town. When I was younger, I had moved from Oakland to Vallejo, and it was a cool town. It was a lot of sports, family orientated. You know, we was outside playing. You know, you was being a kid. It was a good place to be a kid. But when we got to the age that we can actually be outside, you know, I started to notice something, man. We weren't safe outside. Like, I'm saying, if you was a black kid growing up in Vallejo, out past a certain hour, and you driving down one of the main roads, and you drive past a police officer, you're going this way, he going that way. Best believe he about to flip a bitch and come get your ass. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. It wasn't safe for you to be blacking outside at no time or no hour. And you know, on a crazier note, I think we only had like 9 cops outside at one time to be doing all that, which is nuts. But I got older and I moved back to Oakland, and I started having conversations with people about how they grew up. Like, you know, some of my homies from the city, some of my homies from the town and shit, asking them like how it was and how like they would always just be outside during any hour. And I'm like, oh, nobody would come and like hem y'all up and nothing and see what the fuck got going on in your pockets and shit. And they be like, nah, ain't nobody do that to us. That happened to you? That's weird. I'm like, oh, I thought that happened to everybody. And I was like, nah, that's not how life is supposed to go. Where the fuck did you grow up? They thought I was in like Alabama or something, Arkansas. I said Vallejo. I was like, oh no, bro, I think you grew up in a sundown town. If you don't know what a sundown town, that's a town where black people aren't really allowed, but they're tolerated. And if you're out past a certain hour, something bad might happen to you. And I had to think about it, and I was like, damn. Technically, yes, I grew up in a fucking sundown town. And I survived that bitch and left. And I'll never go back. But yeah, if you grew up in a sundown town or experienced anything like that, man, you know what to do. Drop a comment.